Hey everyone, it's Royden and Darla and Dr. West. We just finished with Royden's reevaluation that we had. We started working together about 8 or 9 months ago, I think, right? And so I asked him, like, this is such a good outcome. It's so fun to participate where someone just really responded. He did everything that he was supposed to do. And Royden, how do you feel now?
Fine.
Yeah, so fine is an understatement. Like, sometimes we have to pry information out of them because it's...
Excellent.
Okay, see? All right, so, Royden, we started working together at the beginning of the year. What did you feel like when you came in?
Worried, I guess.
So we had some anxiety and worry. What else?
Well, I just didn't know what was going on, I guess.
And then the other thing was it was hard for you to get to sleep.
Yeah.
So what would happen when you were trying to get to sleep?
I don't know, things would be rushing through my head. I couldn't focus. I just couldn't calm down.
And so, Darla, tell everybody what Royden was like when he came in. I mean, he kind of is telling you, but, like, it's a lot more significant than what he's saying.
Exactly, especially from a parent's point of view. We had 2.5 years of over 100 seizures. We are actually some of the lucky ones compared to other people with epilepsy. It wasn't a daily event, but at least once a month, we had a whole day of seizures, pretty constant. And we went to medical doctors. We got medicine, which slightly helped his OCD, but it didn't help the seizures. And they continued to get worse and worse. And as a parent, to have to watch your child go through that once a month, and then every time they're away from you, you worry. Are they going to have one? Is it going to get worse? Is it going to be a grandma? Is somebody going to be there to help him? It's not a life you want to live. And more than anything, I worried about what it was doing to his brain. I was done. I was done watching him have problems with his brain. And a friend of mine had mentioned to me to come see Dr. West, and I thought, I don't know if I want to do that. But we made the leap, and we did, and I'd do it 1,000 times over, and I'm so glad that we did it.
So, Royden, tell everybody some of the treatments that we did. You were worried about remembering all of them. No pressure, but, like, first of all, what did we have you do at home?
We had the Congoplex and Cataplex, the OPC Synergy, then there was, like, vitamins.
So, everybody, what we are doing what he's talking about is we gave Royden the most important vitamin, which is the one that he needed. So we found a virus in his system, which I felt was triggering all of the nerve stuff. And Darla, when I said that, did you line up with that, or were you kind of questioning, like, what happened when I first said, hey, look, he's got a virus?
I couldn't believe, as soon as I saw his blood my first thought was, I haven't seen that since high school. Why don't medical doctors do that? How awesome that this chiropractor did what made sense in my head. It worked. As soon as I saw the blood on the screen, before you even turned around and said that, I remembered thinking, that blood doesn't look right. And only about a quarter of his cells even looked somewhat healthy. And all the rest of them, you could see the white dots of a virus. As soon as Dr. West said that, I was like, wow, I would never have believed that that's what was causing this.
She thought it was in the family.
Yeah, I thought the seizures were more genetic than anything.
So one of the things that happens and this is a study that we give to people, is when you have a chronic infection, it causes neurobehavior, neurodegenerative, psychiatric, autoimmune, and fatiguing illness. So when we did the workup with him, and we've had really good outcomes with epilepsy and seizure and stuff like that by giving the body nutrient building blocks, protecting the nerves, and getting the immune system to work. And so when I heard this, I was thinking, I know I can help. Now, I didn't want to say that right away to mom and dad because they were just cautious. They don't want to get their hopes up. It wasn't, belligerent. It wasn't skeptical. It was just guarded. And then when we saw that, and what she's talking about is we have a process where you can look and see viral patterns. You can't really see the virus. You can see the viral characteristics. And so I knew that if we got his immune system working, that the nervous system would change. And so what we talked about is giving him stuff for the immune system, protecting the nerves, and then, Royden, we did some other stuff. What are the other stuff that we did?
There's the red bed, the beta pod, or whatever it's called, and then I can't remember the other one.
So we did a red bed, what they call RTMS, and the theta pod, and what that does is it's just putting energy into the system, and it's supporting the nervous system from an energetic standpoint. and we kind of call it our Star Trek treatment. It's really cutting edge and stuff like that. But then when we saw the blood today, Royden, what did it look like?
I couldn't find any signs of a virus.
No, so the cells looked healthy. Like it was really neat. They look good. Darla, what was your thoughts when you saw the blood?
It's gone. He's finally healthy again. It's gone. The virus is gone.
And the last time that Royden had a seizure was when?
8.5 months ago.
So
within a week of starting treatment with you, the seizures stopped.
Right. So we went from once a month, and we haven't had any, knock on wood here. And now the protocol moving forward. And by the way, your neurologist gave you some really good advice. He told you to do what?
Stay on the keto diet. We've been on the keto diet also.
So I think that's wonderful advice. Protect the brain, the nervous system. So high fats, medium protein, avoid the carbs. It was just a really fun case all the way around, because when he walked in and we saw that, I said, if we can get his immune system working, then everything's going to get better. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. So Royden, the reason why I asked you to tell your stories, I wanted you to have other people to have hope that you're not your diagnosis, that you can beat your disease, because the medical treatment was really, hey, let's just give him anti-seizure medicines until he either outgrows it or forever, right? And we said, well, there's got to be something that's triggering him. So we fixed the trigger. Is it okay if I share the story with other people and put it up on YouTube or Facebook? Mm-hmm. Darla, any other comments? Like if someone was watching this and thinking, well, it worked for me, you said, what would you tell them?
When we started this, my biggest thought was no money, no worry, no stress is too big to try and help your child. It's worth it. It doesn't matter what your finances are. It doesn't matter if you think I can't do the keto, because that was one thing I thought. When you see your child become healthy, it's worth it. And even if you don't quite have the same success we do, you don't know if you will or not. So you've got to make that effort for your family member, for yourself, for your child. I'm so glad we did it.
So for Royden, just to summarize, diagnosed with epilepsy, then and the seizures that were happening, then we started on the right vitamin, which is the one that he needed. We stimulated the immune system. We protected the nerves. He got on the keto diet. They did everything right on the family side, even though it wasn't easy to switch. Basically this is how we were eating to, hey, we wanted to go to a heavy fat intake. But proof is right here, and it was just a really fun case to be a part of. And now our program is, we just want to keep him there. Like, we don't have to do a bunch of treatments. I've said, hey, well, let's see you, in 6 months, and then we'll probably see him every year after that. But if we maintain this, I anticipate that we're not going to have any more seizures. We've had this happen. I really don't think we're going to have seizures moving forward. So this is Darla and Royden and Dr. West signing out with a really fun seizure case. And we'll see you guys on the next life-changing video.